Okay, so welcome back, and now we're going to turn our attention to subtraction. Subtraction works just about the same as addition, okay? Dealing with like fractions, if you have common denominator, then you're going to subtract across the top and keep the bottom. That's it. With unlike fractions, so if you don't have common denominators, then you have to first get a common denominator and then subtract across the top and keep the bottom. And then similarly with mixed numbers. So I'm going to do some examples here and you'll see how straightforward it is. The only difference is we're dealing with subtraction. So in the first example, we've got common denominators. So we've got like fractions and we're subtracting. So the rule is you subtract across the bottom. So you're just going to take 3 minus 1, which is 2, over 8. Okay? That's it. Now, in the second example, we have unlike fractions, so we do not have common denominators. So we're going to need to find the least common, the lowest common denominator, or in other words, the least common multiple. And in this case, the lowest common multiple, the least common multiple is going to be 20. So this is going to equal what? Well, 5 times 3 is 15, so that's going to be 15 20ths over here because we're going to multiply the top and the bottom by 5. And here we're going to multiply the top and the bottom by 4. Okay? So in this case, we're using the rule of 4. Okay? So multiply the top and the bottom by 4, we get 4 20ths. Now, we've got a common denominator, so now all we do is subtract across the top and keep the bottom. So this is going to give us 11 20ths. Now, with these two examples, I'm going to set it up vertically, right? So in this case here, what I would do is I'm going to set this up as 5 and 5/6 over 3 and 1/6, and I'm going to subtract. So now what I do is I subtract the whole numbers. That gives me 2. And then I'm going to subtract the fractional part. Now the fractional part here are like fractions. So I'm just going to subtract the numerators and keep the denominator. And so this becomes 2 and 2/3, right? Always remember to reduce to lowest terms. Okay, now what about this one? Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to write this as 6 and 1/4 minus 1 and 3/4. So now watch what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to subtract down the whole numbers. That's going to give me 5. Now here's where you have to be careful. Notice that I'm taking 1 minus 3. They're the same, right? Common denominators, but I'm taking 1, I have 1 up here and I'm trying to subtract 3. Can I take 3 away from 1? No. If I only have 1/4 of something, can I take 3/4 away from it? No. So here's where I'm going to borrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow from here. So I'm going to take 1 from here. But what is 1? 1 is based, how I write 1 is based on the denominator. So what kind of fraction am I dealing with? These are fourths. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 over here. How do I add 1? By adding 4/4. So this becomes 5/4. So now I have enough to subtract from. So now I can do 5 minus 3, which gives me 2. 2/4. And so now my answer becomes 4 and 2/4, which is equal to 4.5. Okay? And that's it. Have a great day.